you do, you'll be taken back to your dashboard page of your Google Analytics account, and then you'll be able to see basically what you've created. So what I'm viewing here on my particular screen, and these are anyone or any visits that have came from any word containing Google as their source, or United States, United Kingdom, or United Arab Emirates as my country or territory. And you'll always know what the segment that is that you're looking at if you just pay attention to right above the trending graph where it says the name of your advanced segment. So here, Joe's United Google segment, or towards the top right corner where the button is where you click originally, it'll also say the name of your segment as well. So you'll always know what you're looking at. And then, of course, you can go up there to disable it and look at all visits again at any time. These next few screenshots, we kind of created a couple of different segments to show you just another couple of possibilities that you can have. One big thing in marketing is social media now. Social media is becoming really, really popular. In 2009, it's predicted to get even more popular. So this particular segment sort of handles that. This is basically any source containing any of the very popular social media platforms out there: Facebook, MySpace, LinkedIn, and so on. And of course, you can see each one, how many visits each one generates for this particular profile. Notice number 4, the source starts with LinkedIn. So this is similar to the one that I created a couple of minutes ago with United Google. So this one starts with LinkedIn. LinkedIn has a couple of different subdomains that they use out there. So I decided to use starting with LinkedIn so it could capture all of those. And of course, here you see 78 visits in this particular period of time. This one may be interesting to some of you listening here today, and I hope that it is. It just gives you another, maybe it sparks some ideas, and it maybe lets you see even more of the possibilities of this particular section of reports. So what I've done here, I sort of come up with a mini engagement type of report, mini user engagement type of report. So what I've been able to define, we'll start at the top, page depth. So basically the pages per visit. I wanted to see any visitors that have had a page depth greater than or equal to 5 pages. So 5 is sort of where I'm setting my own bar. Yours can be 3, yours can be 20. It's up to you. For my particular example here, I've done 5, and that generated 47,000 visits. Below that, but before I say that, now these statements are not or statements. So if a person or a particular set of visitors does not has page depth of 5, they also have to have a visit duration greater than or equal to 30, and 30 being seconds, because I made an and statement, not an or statement. So the particular visits have to apply to both basically rules that I created. So all the visits in this particular segment need to have 5 pages per visit at least, and a visit duration of greater than or equal to 30 seconds. This is, of course, different than the or statements, which it can be either or. This has to be, and it has to have both of these segments or both of these rules. And I've added on the third one just to, I guess, make things difficult. Days to transaction, less than 2. So what I really want to see here, I really want to see people that are engaged with my website and people that have bought something that took them less than 2 days to purchase something from my store. So these are really highly engaged users who really pulled the trigger on a product and made a purchase in my shopping cart without stalling too much, and they did it right away. So that's a particular segment that I have here. Of course, this is just, again, one example of literally thousands of possible, probably tens of thousands of possible different combinations that you can use. So the best way that I can advise you, log into your Google Analytics account after today's presentation and basically have at it with advanced segmentation. Use, of course, the test segments to sort of get a feel for what the rules and the conditions and the values that you're putting in, if they're working and if they're really bringing back what you expected it to bring back. Now, a couple of things that I want to point out about advanced segmentation that you will notice once you apply these segments to your Google Analytics profile. One of the things is this. For example, my favorite advanced segment that Google Analytics has already created for me is visits with conversions. So this shows me any visits that have converted. Great metric, a great segment, great to be able to see the behaviors and sort of the nuances of visitors who've already converted, who've already been sold on a product or a service. Notice towards the bottom left area, the conversion rate. The conversion rate higher than 100%. Now, you may say, well, if these visits have converted, the conversion rate should be 100%. It shouldn't be higher or it shouldn't be lower. That is correct to some extent. The reason that they're higher, a lot of these visitors in this particular profile have converted more than once. So this is actually really good news for you if you see this type of situation where your conversion rate is higher than 100%. They've converted more than one time. So maybe they bought something from your store and ordered your catalog and contacted you for more information. So that's very good news. So this includes all the visits that have converted. Doesn't matter how many times they convert, as long as they convert once, they're included in this particular segment. And of course, with advanced segments, you can edit that if you want to. You can have it so that they've only converted one time and just see one-time conversion or multiple-time conversion. It's really up to you. Another thing that you're really going to kind of run into, especially for those of you with very high volume websites out there, you're going to run into a little warning message here. Used to be common before, kind of went away for a while, and now it's back again. This report is based on sampled data. So what this is, sampled data is enabled whenever you have a segment, whenever your profile in this particular in a particular date range has over 200,000 visits. So when your profile has collected over more than 200,000 visits worth of data, whenever you apply any kind of segment, whether it be an advanced segment or a regular segment in a report, your report will turn into what's called sampled data. And this is basically, for lack of a better word, it's basically incomplete data. This allows Google Analytics to really work as fast and as efficient as possible. You must understand Google Analytics is by far the #1 web analytics solution that's out there. Thousands and thousands and thousands of accounts and people use Google Analytics on an hourly and a minute-by-minute basis. So to sort of lessen the strain on Google Analytics' servers and sort of improve the efficiency, they have to kind of cut back when you do segmentation, because segmentation is actually quite a powerful engine in Google Analytics. So sort of make sure that it's always up and running and always smooth and as fast as it possibly can. It serves you up basically partial or incomplete data whenever you do a segment. So this will really affect you if you are looking at quite a large date range. In this situation, I kind of am. I'm looking at 2 months in time. Anything greater than that, chances are you really will see a sampled data quite often in your account. But for medium or even low volume websites that are looking at a normal date range like a month or 6 or 8 weeks, chances are you won't run into this error. But if you do, that's what that means. And of course, you can